Hey guys, it's C with Coin Traders, and today is Wednesday the 14th. And boy, is it a sell off in crypto land. As you can see, Bitcoin is trading at 8,700 range, down 400, as it has been breaking the $9,000 level and just cannot get back up. So, what does this mean for Bitcoin and others? As of right now, I'm currently watching this 4 hour chart and we are at some support. Notice this blue trend line. On this blue trend line, if it can hold here, then it would continue in this chop zone, also slash bull flag slash consolidation channel, as you see here. It could go on for this for a while. I mean, it could actually go all the way into April, chopping in this range between 8,500 and roughly 10,500 to 11,000 range, give or take, depending on candle wicks and whatnot. But as of right now, it did break out of this bear flag, as you can see in red. Let me zoom in a little bit and stretch it out. I am going to go over a few other charts after this just to get a rundown of where we may be headed. I haven't done a market analysis in a while. Wednesdays typically have been red in crypto land, and it also is a red day usually in the stock market. So as you can see, since this trend line supported at the 6,000 level, it bounced pretty hard and made this big bear flag slash upper channel, but sold off, and since then was consolidating in this range. Bulls were looking for it to get back above the 9,800 level and then break up through that resistance of 10,300. Now it went the opposite way, and as of right now, it broke through that bear flag. It is Wednesday, and it doesn't look the greatest as of now, as this could have been a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, as this right shoulder is lower than the left. So this is a classic head and shoulders pattern. Now, for it to really play out, it needs to come back up here and test this 9,000 level. If that 9,000 level does not hold and it can't break up, then we possibly could go down to the 8,000 level. Now there is support right here, not only that blue line, but there is from the other day that kiss of 8,400 level, and then it also made that kind of double bottom. And if this holds, it would be a triple bottom, but in the head and shoulders would negate if that 9,000 level does not blast through it. So bulls would like to see it get over that 9,000 level and kind of chop up again. It could chop right around this range and work its way lower for a few hours to days. Definitely this is a 4 hour candle, and you do see some green. We're not sure what this 4 hour candle presents yet, but if you look lower, we could see a test of 8,000, which in last videos I have this coinciding with the breakout level from the old, see this old line right here, this old trend line, and this is a support level that it broke and got supported on twice and then took a run up. So if it can support on that 8,000 level or even this consolidation flag, then bulls would be okay. It also would be okay as long as this 6,500 support level, this uptrend line level holds, which is also could be considered a double bottom, and I've said in other videos that it needs to hold that level. So we're looking at 8,000 if it wants to cruise lower. It is at support right now. Doesn't mean it'll hold. It just means that it is at support and we could see a bounce. And preferably, I would like to see a bounce higher, as I think a lot of people are looking down for lower prices, as it even turns my head to look down for lower prices. So will we hit that 8,000 mark? Will we hit the 6,500 mark? Or will we go lower? The time will tell. And as of right now, it is still in this bullish consolidation big bull flag on the daily, but as in the intermediate term, it has been a downtrend with a bear flag break as of now and a small head and shoulders. If I scroll into the 30-minute, let me go down to the 30-minute, we can get a better understanding of where we are as far as what the chart may look like to trade off of during the day today, or possibly within the next few sessions. As of right now, here was the flag when I scrolled out. This is the head and shoulders that broke. Here's the left shoulder, big head, and then the right shoulder. It broke down. Like I said, it needs to come back up and test this 9,000. It says 21 level, so it needs to hold that 9,000 $20 to $40 level and start to trade above it, or it could just chop and then eventually, pop. If it does break this support level that we are currently at, here was the last test right here. If it does hold this support, that's what the bulls would like. If it doesn't, then we go down to that 8,000 level and we probably chop around in there, maybe create another bear flag or bull flag, and then pop back up into this channel depending. But as of right now, this would be the main support if that did not hold. As of right now, too, the support level is being tested from this breakout level, just like this breakout level tested that, and so on. They like to go and retest those breakout levels from the time before. This could be putting in a triple bottom, but I do like to see an inverse head and shoulders on the triple bottoms personally. So I can't say what it is yet, as I'm not predicting. I'm just showing you what it possibly could do in the coming hours to coming sessions. So watch for those levels and buy the dip off the 8 for a bounce if it goes that far. And possibly, excuse the ads, I don't pay for this, as it could go down to the 6,500 level, which will be a great buying op. And also look for tails. It may put tails out like it did back at the 6,000 level. I think that's what it touched a while back. Let me just scroll out. I believe you could have got a tail. You could have got a tail under this level, so it could be a little higher. So look for that level somewhere around here to be tested. That's if the 8,000 level fails and if this support level fails. Bulls want to see this level right here, this 9,330 to get popped up and then take over that 9,900 to 10,000 level and then work its way up. And the top of the channel as of right now is trading at levels of 10,850, and then would like to see it trade above that into the 11 and 12,000, where 12,000 is right around resistance. So it's got a lot of work to do to be bullish, as this can spike. So that's what we can look for today and in the coming trading sessions for Bitcoin. Next, I'll just skip over to Litecoin real quick, because I did an analysis video yesterday and it was at this level of support on the 30-minute we're looking at, and it's trading at 168. So it broke that level of support right around the 172, and it's coming down and just retesting this breakout level from the other day around 165. I think it bounced from there slightly. If this 172, if it can't reclaim the 172 and make it support instead of being resistance, meaning if it bounces off this, then we could see lower prices fairly soon here, as it would have to pop up and then travel down. So if it can't get back over this 172 level, then we're going to see lower prices in the intermediate time frame. So look for that. And if we scroll over and just let me just grab the MACD real quick. I'm just trying to excuse me right here. Let me just grab the MACD. I just want to show you what it is doing. as we are on the 30-minute chart. And then let me just scroll to the 4-hour after we see what the 30-minute, because I'm trying to get a analysis for myself too. I'm looking to buy the dip around 150, and I'll show you that level shortly. As you can see, we did get a little bounce. You know, it did break over this MACD right here. It's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to scroll in as we are on the 30-minute. So as you can see, it did pop over the MACD. So the selling pressure has lightened up a little bit on Litecoin, but it does need to get over that 172 to make it support and not resistance anymore, else we will see a lower price. And there is some support at 158 and then down to the 150. Let me go to the 4 hours so we can just get a better understanding, as that 30-minute is sometimes too difficult to see. Anyways, the 30-minute is perfect for trading. Everything is traveling under the lower Boley, and the MACD on the 4 hours still curling down. This level that I did show you a little while ago is still coming down. There is support from this 159 area that was tested a few weeks ago, or a few days ago. And we've just been in that consolidation bull channel, just like Bitcoin. Now we could see a similar type pop. See this this kind of W, and then it chops. We could get something similar off this 159, and maybe this comes down a little lower to the 150 and test this support range, which I believe is a very big possibility. And then we could see a little bounce back consolidation right here, and then a major pop, kind of like right here. See how quick that pop was? We should see one again out here. So this would be the first pop, consolidate, second pop, because we could be looking at 3 pops. You know, that's usually how it goes. Goes 1 pop, consolidate, 2 pop, consolidate, and 3 pop higher. So that's if we want the bulls want what the bulls want to see. If you're buying off this these lows, which is a good buy op in my opinion. Could it go lower? Yeah. If it fails out of this channel and breaks this 150 support, we could go back and test the 100 to 105 level, and if that fails, then we could be looking at big time lower prices, which I don't believe is happening, but you never know with these crypto coins as of right now. I don't believe that is happening at all. I believe 100 is major level support, and I said in my last video that I believe that, and I also believe that if this 150 doesn't hold, it might want to put in a double bottom and work its way higher for more support to make higher prices. And I haven't showed this in a while, but the Fibonacci extension range, if I scroll out, does go to about $1,450, and I know there's a lot of talk on social media about it going to 1,400, and that is why I believe they are predicting the 1,400, is because if you scroll out, the Fibonacci's actually show that. So there could be a huge spike to 1,400 in the coming months, to a year to 2 years. Just depends how this wants to trade. It could just be range bound for a while and just kind of chop for a long time and base to make a stronger move higher. But I do believe this is a good buy op around the 150. So if we can see that and it doesn't move up from here, get your money out and start buying the dip. Let's move to ETH. ETH on the 4 hour. Let me extend this out. There's a lot going on in this chart. Let me just get it cleaned up for you. As you can see, let me just extend it out. Scroll over. As you can see, we are trading down. It's at 654 and we're down 36 bucks. It kind of reeled in some folks last night around the 700. I was looking, I actually had bought and then I sold. You know, it didn't get over this red line ATR, so I got out and it couldn't get over the 4 hour midline Boley, which I trade off of a lot. As you can see, it's working its way lower, and it kind of broke this yellow line support, which it could be coming down to retest this 642 that was hit recently, which actually was a good buy. And I scooped up some and sold some up here on the top of the channel. It just couldn't establish itself over the bully, and it still was making a bear flag, as you can see. I do like this more so than I like this angle of a flag more so. Let me just draw it so you understand on ETH. I like this flag right here. See how this support level is? Oh, excuse me, my lines are horrible. Anyhow, I'm gonna just draw right here, 'cause see this right here, how this is. I like this angle because a lot of times from this angle things pop up, whereas this angle right here, how it's up and it's making a better bear flag, broke down. You see that? I like this angle. It almost is like a boot that wants to kick it up, kick a soccer ball up. So I like this level. I do believe it goes lower. I do have this blue line here from back when that it could go and hit 630 and possibly could fall to this lower red line channel and then make a nice bounce. It does look very heavy for lower prices, but we are around some support and it should bounce a little bit. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. I think a buy the dipper would be around the 620 range. That's if the 636 does not hold. It could come down and test this red line. If I do extend this out a little bit, let me just grab this so you can see it. Bear with me as I'm charting while I'm talking to you guys. So I just want to get, you know, a clear picture. And let me just scroll this up a little bit. As you can see, it could come down to the 600. So I definitely could see that. So bulls would like to see this support level around the 630 to 6. I do believe it could get to the 600 if we get a nice little wick all the way down, a nice little sell off right here. I got some buys in around the 600 level for a bounce. I don't know if that'll be all of it. I do also have this yellow line support around the 567, and I don't have anything drawn for support levels under the 567, so maybe it puts a wick down to the 567 but bounces and holds around the $600 level. So, you know, if it doesn't hold these levels, look for that to occur. So those are some levels to look at. Bulls want to see it get back over the 700 and then 738 to 740 to 750 range. So this would be the 7. I don't think that'll be too much. If it can break up over the 740 range with some power, then we're gonna look to get higher prices and eventually test this channel. We might see a quick little spike here and there just to knock out some shorts before chopping more. So if these levels hold, look for that. Ideally, if I scroll out, the bulls really need that 800 level back and then get over that like 815, 820 and knock out the 840 to get to the 880 and higher. So those are the levels for ETH. Let's move over to XRP and see what XRP is doing, or Ripple. As you can see, even from some of my old videos, it is doing kind of exactly what I said it could do. As you see all these blue lines, let me just scroll out. We are on the 4 hour and we are trading at 73 cents. I have been accumulating some Ripple for a bounce. I bought some here at the bottom of this channel. This uptrend channel is the major upline support level. As you can see from way back, it almost touched it here and then was chopping on it, and it recently just broke. I think it could go down and possibly, if it breaks out of this consolidation channel, then you're looking at lower prices. I mean, it could go down to the 57 level, which it tested back then a couple weeks ago right here at the 57 level. and it could even go back as far as the 30-cent level and test that. It just depends. I mean, these cryptos are crazy. They like to lose um, a lot of money. You know, they drop big time, as everybody knows. And you know, I am definitely a bag holder of some, even with technical analysis, just because these things I'm trying to accumulate for long term, but they just want to keep dropping. So I could constantly sell, but I just am accumulating, as we are still in the early stages of a lot of these. I am accumulating Ripple around these levels. I would like to see it go to this 50-cent level and then take a nice bounce. It could bounce first and then come down. So we just got to watch where Ripple is. It's still kind of in an uptrend, but it needs to establish this like 77 to 78 cent level. It needs to get it back so it's above this trend line. And a lot of times they do stick stuff out to fake people out before they move back up. So we'll have to see. It did make this bear flag, as you can see. I had this drawn already. It traveled down and made this choppy bear flag, and it just broke down with all the weakness in the crypto market and with Bitcoin breaking the $9,000 level. So whether money's scared or you know the selling pressure has been kind of extreme lately, but overall it still is in this consolidation bull channel, just like a lot of these cryptos are. You know, in the bigger charts, like in the daily, this would look a little different. Watch, let me go to the daily just so you see and understand. See, it looks a little different on the daily. It hit support, broke up. Let me just extend it out so you can get a little better picture. Came down, hit support, bounced up, and has just been making this like consolidation bull flag. It just looks bearish right now, and it is bearish in the intermediate. Bullish though, I mean, all it would take, let me just show you, all it would take is a little news like how they did with Coinbase, or say they go on something else, or who knows. I'm not really a fundamental investor, so I don't really pay attention to all the news. I just kind of chart things and invest what I like. But I mean, all this takes is, a pop like that, and then it could consolidate more, like that. Boom. And then pop again. I mean, just like this. Pop, chop, pop, chop. So, I mean, it could very well do that very soon in the coming weeks to a month. I mean, this could come up here and chop right here. And it even could drop down here, bounce, chop, and then make a move, and and kind of make this like cup and handle pattern eventually. If you can see it. Those are all the things that it could happen. As of right now, it's at some support. It could go a little lower. I would like to see it around the 57 cents level. If it goes down to 30, I'm going to have to double because I got some money in Ripple. I don't necessarily believe in the technology. I just think that a lot of people are going to be trading this, and they're definitely going to run it up because all the people that bought up here, I know there's some big money up in here. They bought it right here. So even if people are stuck, they're going to bring this up to $1.60 at some point in time, whether it's a year or two from now. And I'm buying just like a lot of these. I mean, that's what's going to happen. And then you're going to get your money times 4, times 5. So even more. I mean, a lot of people, let's see what the prediction level on Ripple is. Let me just grab the Fibonacci. I just want to see. I had it in one of the videos a while back, but let me just see a rough estimate of where this could go within the next months to a year or so. I mean, a lot of these levels play out. So let's see. So we're looking at close to 13 bucks. I mean, it's at $13 right on the spot for Ripple. So if I can get rid of it around 10, 12, I mean, that's 10 times whatever, you collect 10,000 shares. I mean, you got 10,000 bucks. So, you know, whatever you want to do, you collect 100,000 shares, you might have 100,000. So it's just how it plays out. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna do. Let me just scroll through here real quick. Not sure what I put on here. I'm gonna do EOS. I currently have some EOS, and I've been kind of charting this to kind of see what's going on. I don't have a lot. I'm looking for lower prices to actually stack this one. I do believe in the platform, so let's see what it's doing. As of right now, as you can see, I have drawn this head and shoulders pattern. See the green lines. Here's a shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and here is the neckline. And I said it would need to break down, pop up, and break down to be a real head and shoulders. But it is currently by this uptrend red line that I have drawn. So these levels could possibly hold. I mean, if I draw it, it goes to a lot of these candle wicks almost perfectly. If it drops down, then we could look at levels of $2.13. I think $2.24, and then lower to $1.42. I mean, you just never know with these cryptos. So as of right now, we are in a downtrend intermediate, but we are in a slight uptrend. We're closing in on those lows. A lot of these cryptos like to do that, I guess. This is all new, new style of trading with these cryptos. In a way, new. It's just they like to give up a lot of their gains. So just remember that in the future when you see those heavy spikes, take your gains. It's going to come back down. I mean, most 9 out of 10 cryptos have come back down. I mean, look at, I guess Bitcoin, you could say is coming back down considerably from 20 grand. If you sold at 20 grand, you could buy 4 down at that 6,000 level just about. So you could really keep doubling and tripling up, after you get those tops. So sell, look for those spike tops, with the sells. Like up here, it went all the way to, $19, and then is selling down to $5.59, and not really sure if it's going to sell anymore, depending on the pressure of Bitcoin and the other major cryptos. So, I mean, Bitcoin is trading at that 8,700 level, and it seems like it just doesn't want to break down. I mean, it does, but it's heavy, but it's just not breaking down like everybody wants it to. So, will it bounce from here? It possibly could, and it would take a lot of these with it. So, this could just be, the pattern of a head and shoulders, but it really needs to confirm with this retest of support, which would then turn into resistance and then a breakdown further. So, that's that. Bulls would like to see it get past this first wick high of like 9. First, they would like to see it get past this red trend line. Let me just scroll in a little bit as we are consolidating by it. The bulls need to see $7 and then get past this first candle wick of 930 and then 1077. This 769 though is the intermediate one that we need to break. It also is the ATR trailing stop. So 746 would be, it would have to trade above that 746 and come back down to test some support. So look for those prices on EOS. This is all my opinion. This isn't financial advice. This is all my own opinion, and I do believe in a lot of these. Let me see what else I have here. I know a lot of people let's see, we got Ethereum. Let's do some TRX. Let's see if I have TRX for the people that would like to see Tron doing its thing. I did chart it not too long ago. Let's see what it's at right now. Let's see if my charts are playing out. All my lines are there from about a week ago. So as you can see, it broke this level. I was saying that it was making a bear flag. As you can see, It broke this level with this crypto dump that's happening. It is trading at 33 sats or 33 cents. I'm not sure if this is to the dollar, so it's trading at 3 pennies. And it's looking like it wants to go lower to me. Unfortunately, I would like to see Tron do its thing and come out with some crazy like social media platform and really blast up as I got stuck in a bunch of this and I'm just holding, and if it goes down to a penny, then I'm gonna load up just for fun. So bulls would like to see it hold this 2 cent range. If not, we could come all the way down to under a penny. To, let's see, a penny level would be right around, let's see if there's any support near the penny. So not really, it would go under a penny if that's, you know, from inception under a penny. So I mean, as of right now, it's not looking good chart wise, but this is only part of it. We could also say, just like a lot of the other cryptos, it could say that it broke out from support, right? And that it is currently, let me get rid of this bear flag now. And we are currently like in this bull channel, just like a lot of them are. So as you can see, all the cryptos are kind of playing this out. So if it can hold these levels, maybe put a spike like it did here. See that little tail that it did right here? Put a tail and then pop back up into this channel. So if this channel can hold, and even if it chops down lower and then places a bounce up here and then chops, I mean, it could just be basing out around this 3 cent range. And then, you know, eventually it should retest the high in theory. And also too, the Fibonacci retracement prediction level would be right around this $1.40 area. So I mean, if you can stack up and you get one of those pops, you set your alert and you get it to like $1 maybe in a year from now, maybe in 6 months, or some big news, or you know, whatever the fundamental aspect of it wants to become, you know, you could really make a TRX or Tron fortune off it. So that's the value of playing these penny cryptos. You know, and a lot of people obviously believe in it for it to be as high as it is in the market cap. You know, I think it's I'm not really sure. It was at like number 2 here and there for a while. I'm not sure what it is now, but as of right now, it's in that consolidation. It broke down out of that bear channel. I could move this support level just a little bit just to see. I mean, we could say that is the support. Let me just see real quick. I mean, we could say that is like it broke out up here and then it's holding support. So we've got to see how this plays out. It is basing. Obviously, it's just not it's not bullish as of right now. Obviously, none of the cryptos are bullish. I mean, they are, but they're not. You know what I mean? So that's Tron. Bulls want to see it definitely above 5 cents. When you see it above 5 cents, this sucker could probably run. It'll definitely run back up to, if you see it over 5 cents, it's definitely going to go and test this like 23 cent level. And then it possibly could shoot up to the 50% fib around the 18 cent. The 18 cent range, is that right? Yeah, so this is what I was saying, the 0.23 fib. So if you see it over 5 cents, it's most likely going to 10 cents, and it could shoot a nice wick up to the 50%. A lot of times I see these go back up to the 50%, at least in stocks, and a lot of the cryptos in the past have gone back up to the 50% Fibonacci. So the 18-cent level would be a good place to take some profits, and you at least want to see the power through the 50% and see how that goes. So bulls, look for the 5 cents to really feel good about this. And I guess buy the dip off the 2 cents for either a bounce, for a possible double bottom. But if it breaks past that 2 cents, it's going lower. It's going to a penny and below. So let's cross our fingers if you're a bull that it does not go that route and it chops in this like bullish consolidation flag and breaks up over this level to regain, you know, the 5 cent level. I do like this level at, let me just show you at 5 cents, because a lot of times I see when they're consolidating on a bullish note. Let me just move this real quick. Sorry. A lot of times the third test, it either has to break down or break up. So if this is really considered 1 and 2, then a lot of times it likes to flush people out, you know, and then it likes to retest and break out. So this next test would be a breakout, in my opinion. So next time you see it starting to head up towards that 5, gets past the 4 cents and gets up to the 5, it's probably going to break out pretty strong. I would probably guess about 9 out of 10 times it would do that. So over 5 cents, you could probably look for a double up to 10 cents easily, and then look for it to definitely get to that 50% Fibonacci right around the 18-cent level. So look for that on TRX. Let me do one more, and then I'm going to get out of here as the market is selling on ESF, and I am an ESF trader. So I am going to look to buy this dip here shortly for a bounce. Let's do ADA, and then I'm going to call it a day. Cardano, ADA. ADA is trading at 20 cents right now. I'm a buyer. I had a different chart. I'm hoping that this angle plays out eventually. I kind of put this chart here just to show a friend not too long ago, but let me get rid of it, as it really, it's not the real channel as of yet. I would like to see it play out though like that. Cardano could get to the 16-cent level to retest the breakout around the 16-cent level. At 20 cent, there is some support, not a lot. So if Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptos want to go down a little further, we could see the 16-cent level, and possibly if I put major support, we could see 8 to 10 cent level. So I hope it doesn't get down that low, but I don't also like to use that word hope. I hope this is kind of it for Cardano, and it kind of bounces, because, you know, I don't know if I'm just greedy and don't want a lot of people in, because I feel like the price is just so low. I believe in their technology. I believe in the whole story of Cardano, and I like this one. So I am stocking up on this one pretty heavy. If it does go to the 10-cent level, I'll just have to pull out some more cash and double it up. And then if it goes to 0, you know, I can toss my losses a wash. But as of right now, I'm stacking up around this. When you can get it under the 20-cent level, it's really good buy. I don't want to see it go down to the 10-cent level, but I also do, if that makes sense. So that possibly could happen. First line of bullish activity, we need to get past that 29 cents, regain some momentum, get past that 43, and ultimately test the 0.23 fib at 47 cents to 50 cents, give or take, and then work our way up to the 50% Fibonacci level, which is also kind of coinciding with this wick, depending on where these fibs end up. Like, if I scroll this exactly to that wick, then, you know, we could be looking at around 10, 11 cents for Cardano. So I think it is going to go down that far. But, you know, as if I scroll into, we're kind of making this bear flag that I believe it broke down slightly out of today. And this bully has kind of got an angle to it, which I don't want to see as a bull. I'll show you right now the angle I'm talking about. See this angle, you know? So it might need another flush, you know, drop down, test that 10 cents. So, you know, I stacked up a little bit just in case it wants to make a move to the 30-cent level, which I'll let some go. But I'm trying to hold on to a lot of these for the future. I believe this could be at like $10, $15. If I go to the Fibonacci's and I scroll all the way up, you know, it's only projecting $5.50. Is that next year? Is that this Christmas time? You know, when the cryptos seem to like share their wealth, the December rush into January before the sell-off again. So I'm going to be look at stacking up and dumping on the big pops around that time. You should too. I believe in this project, and ultimately I would like to hold a lot of these. But like I said, when the pops come, get rid of a bunch, you know, take your profits and then re-up later on after all these crashes that people, you know, when the newcomers are buying up, just like a lot of the people did this year, a lot of the newbies. So, you know, wait for those crashes and buy them up next year after you sell these. So look for that $5 level, which I believe could happen if the retest of the high happens. Even at $1.40, you stack up at 20 cents. I mean, do the math. You know, even if we just got a retest, I mean, that's some major profits right there. So I'm willing to wait, you know, for those profits to retest, whether it's a year, 6 months, a month, you know. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. So look for those levels in Cardano, and that's all I'm going to do for today. So hopefully you like this market analysis. Give me a like, give me a comment below. Just let me know, you know, if you like it or not. Definitely subscribe so I can give you these feeds. Trying to build up a few of my subscribers as I just started this. I've been doing technical analysis for 10 years now, so, you know, a lot of my analysis is pretty on point as I've seen in the past, and I'm just trying to share with you people, and, you know, what levels to buy off of, what levels to sell off of, where I think these cryptocurrencies are headed. And this is all from a technical analysis standpoint and not really fundamental, although I do look at their websites and their crew and study the market cap. So, I mean, you know, it all plays out to the levels that I eventually show you. So, yeah, so give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you on the next market analysis. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Go get it, 1, 2, 3, nodding shit. I'm in the club, smoking bud. Don't worry about that smell, girl, do your thing. Now can the brother relax and just let his nuts hang? At the bar, pimpin', slide me some Cavassier in a warm glass with a shot of that Grand Marnier. That's what I call a beautiful. I can feel it in my throat. Plus I got that chronic in my chest. Now check out baby strutting in that red dress. Hey cutie, you right there. Tell your friend behind you to come over here and get with a real man, a Gemini. Before you know it, I fucked that broad 2 times in the woman's bathroom. Sorry ladies, but I'm through for the night. But you can suck my dick 5 minutes each. See, that's 5 minutes of funk. You better do a microphone check, bitch, and clear your throat, clear your plans. See, I got demands, I can't be your man. Real pimp shit, nigga. Recognize pimp shit, nigga. Real pimp shit, nigga. That's pimp shit, nigga. Real pimp shit, nigga.